Konnichiwa! So it's Halloween, which is why I'm in cosplay as Madame Red, because it's both the easiest one for me to get in and out of, and it's also my favourite one to do. I thought, as 'tis the season, and as I'm a big one for loving my facts and figures, and also loving a bit of history, I thought I'd do a sort of facts and figures about Halloween kind of vlog. Why not? It starts, and I apologise for my pronunciation of things. I'm not very good at pronouncing things when I talk too quickly. It has its roots, Halloween, in sort of Celtic tradition. There are a couple of things that it comes from. It comes from, and I apologise if I don't get this right, I'm sorry to all my Wicca friends, Samhain. I think that's right. Please tell me if I got that one wrong. I probably got that one wrong. Which is an old Celtic tradition, which basically people wanted to placate spirits. And the way they would do this would be to put out offerings of food, but also to dress up in sort of ghoulish masks and costumes and things like that. And the idea being that evil spirits would stalk the earth on Halloween night or Samhain night, and it would persuade the evil spirits that these were not human beings, that these were actually sort of evil spirits themselves. Or at least that was the idea. I don't know if any evil spirits actually believed this, but there you go. Do we believe in evil spirits? We do, because it's Halloween. We believe in evil spirits because it's Halloween. The other basis it has is in Roman tradition, which, as I've got written down here because I could not remember what it was going to be called at all, Pomona. And actually we get a lot of our traditions such as bobbing for apples from this Roman celebration. It was kind of like a harvest festival combined with a kind of placating the spirits and the dead kind of thing. It's all mixed up together. But there are lots of these traditions all around the world actually, these sort of Halloween traditions, trying to placate the dead, things like that. You may have heard of the Mexican Day of the Dead, which I'm not going to try and pronounce because I cannot speak Spanish at all, and it would just be totally embarrassing and I would probably offend everybody. But the Day of the Dead, which incidentally is not held on Halloween, it's not the 31st of October, it's actually held on the 1st and the 2nd of November, so it's not even just a day. But it's the same basic idea, it's that whole dressing up as spirits, to try and placate spirits and things like that, and also to have a really good time and a bit of a celebration, because why not? Also, let's talk about things like jack-o'-lanterns. Jack-o'-lanterns. Now, today we make them out of pumpkins. These are a squash-like fruit that originated in Mexico, so of course it's come from America, because when the people who first settled the Americas went over there, they discovered this thing that could be sort of hollowed out and made into a jack-o'-lantern. But actually the first jack-o'-lanterns, we think, probably came from Ireland. And they're probably made of things like turnips and other beet crops that could be hollowed out and a candle put inside. Again, it's that whole idea of warding off evil spirits on Halloween night, that sort of thing. There's actually a name for a fear of Halloween. It's called Samhainophobia. So can you imagine if you're actually scared of Halloween and you've got all these people dressed up as these evil spirits and things like that, witches, ghosts, ghouls, whatever, you'd be absolutely terrified, wouldn't you, on Halloween? I guess. Souling. It's kind of where trick-or-treating comes from. The idea of souling is it's a Christian thing. You would go round to people's houses and you would offer up prayers for the dead. And in return you get given a cake called a soul cake. And you can sort of see easily where this whole idea of trick-or-treat came from, knocking on doors, trick-or-treat for, give us a gift or we'll play a trick on you. It's kind of like a mash-up of all the old Celtic traditions and Christian traditions, which actually a lot of our festivals such as Easter and Christmas are also based on old Celtic traditions as well. So this isn't really a surprise, this isn't really the first thing to be done like that. And I suppose just a couple of random facts for you. In the UK, we have a completely different view on cats to the Americans. In the US, black cats are considered to be very unlucky. In the UK, white cats are actually considered to be very unlucky. The other thing that I thought was quite an interesting random fact as well is if you see a spider on Halloween, so if you have them come in your house or you're out and about and you see a spider, don't be scared of them. They're actually the spirit of a loved one watching you, which I think is quite sweet, and I think that's quite a nice way to sort of leave this vlog. So basically, how are you enjoying Halloween? Are you having Halloween parties? Are you going trick-or-treating? Are you getting dressed up? What is it that you're doing tonight on Halloween? You can see what I'm up to. But what is it that you're up to tonight? Let me know in the comments. You can tweet me as well, and the card that's coming up has got all the details and things like that. And yes, that's just some random facts and stuff about Halloween. Have a spoopy one. Sayonara.